Hey guys, and welcome back to Stockcraft. And today I'm joined with Xiharken Gaming. Hey Xiharken,
Hey, hey.
how's it going?
Fantastic.
I like your attempt at a stock face there.
I drink a lot of coffee, so that's what the big smile's about.
Nice blue eyes too. So the reason we're with Xiharken today is because he has been building a lot of, well, I should say him and Anuiti and Rakesor. Right.
Correct.
Yeah, they've been building a whole bunch of stuff recently, and I thought it was worth a video, kind of like how we did with Reship's Mansion and everything. So I talked to Harkin into showing us around, giving us a little tour of his well, I guess I should say y'all's little house or home.
Super secret mountain underground base.
Yeah. All right. So what's the first thing you're going to show us here?
I'll show you the main base, and then from there we'll go to our satellite bases using our private warps that we've purchased. And then maybe, if we've got time, some other little builds that we've done here and there.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
Alrighty. So this is the super secret button to our super secret base, and it opens our super secret door. And this opens into our indoor flower forest biome that we've built for ourselves. Anawenti went a little crazy with the flowers in here.
I see y'all have a horse over here.
Yep.
This allows me to broach a quick subject: is the horses. For you stock craftians, y'all should know that horses are now claimed. So once you tame a horse, nobody else can ride it. Nobody else could take a saddle from it. And while you're out in the world with it, you are protected from PvP. You can still die to mobs, but nobody can kill your horse or you as far as players.
Good stuff.
So what are you going to show us next?
All right, down the stairway here is the dome, as we've called it. This is the heart of our base. Anawenti designed the entirety of the thing, and then Breaksor and I helped her dig it out and decorate it. And this allows access to the 4 different wings, the entrance, which is where we just came from. We've got the Emerald Quarter, which is where villager-based things take place. We've got the Gold Quarter, which is our storage room. And then we have the Redstone Quarter, which is where all of our automated systems and other things are currently housed. So we will start with the Emerald Quarter. Now, we dubbed it the Emerald Quarter because, again, this is where all of our villager stuff takes place. We've got 2 iron golem farms down here, one on either side of this long hallway here. And we're planning on setting up villager trading hall down here as well, on either side of this fountain. These little bays right here are where individual villagers will be. And then if we don't like their trades, we push buttons and they go away.
I'd like some chewing gum, sir.
So on either side of this hallway, like I said, there's iron golem farms. Pretty much directly beneath where I'm standing right now is the kill box for the iron golems. It's just a simple water slipstream with a lava blade. And then once they're killed, their drops are collected. The poppies are filtered out, and all of the iron ends up in this chest here. And it ends up there via a glass elevator, which we've set up, and you can actually see if you go back behind the wall here.
That's cool.
And we have several of those glass item elevators all around here. They're really, really server lag friendly, and they're also kind of neat to watch when items are going through them.
Oh, what's this? I don't think I've seen this before.
So this area
That's
is
supposed to be.
Anawenti's underground tree farm. She got tired of fighting monsters and stuff anytime she wanted trees. So she built her own underground tree farm here.
So this is
There's nothing
relatively
special.
new.
This is nothing special. It's just dirt and plant the trees, spam some bone meal, and then get some wood. And that's all for the Emerald Quarter so far. Like I said, we still have work to do in it, but for right now, that's where we're at. And next is the Redstone Quarter.
And for those of y'all who don't know, those of y'all who aren't really stock craftians, all this is built in survival, which means it's all done legit. All this stuff is mined and everything.
Yes, this entire base is underground, so every single area that we walk through, we had to hollow it all out first. So, all right, we can start with the Bubbling Mug Bottling and Brewery. This is our automated brewery system. We have specific potions that are being brewed at each individual stand, and potions can be brewed by simply pushing the button. All the droppers and dispensers and everything are preloaded with all the ingredients, and yeah, it'll brew 3 at a time every time. And then we have storage for it on either side with the double chests there. And then if you go this way and up a little bit, this is the bottling area. This is where basically we grow and harvest our nether wart for all of the potions. And then this is our bottling mechanism, which basically we just fill bottles until our inventory overflows. They're collected by hoppers, and then they flow down the 2 hopper streams behind you there, Riviak. And each one of those hopper streams feeds down into the brewing stands below. So every single brewing stand always has water bottles ready and waiting for it whenever we brew potions.
That's insanely genius.
There's a lot of hoppers. Putting that iron farm to work.
All right.
All right, and across the hall is the heißes Fleisch. That is our hot meat animal farms. We currently have a cow cooker and a chicken cooker. The chicken cooker is fully automated. I have it set right now to where we're not collecting eggs, we're hatching them, so we get baby chickens. And the chickens, when they mature, are tall enough to have their head stuck in the lava blade that's currently active, and it cooks them, and then all of their drops are collected in the chest down below. And the chickens on top are our seed chickens. They lay eggs, and the system picks them up and then spits them out into that bottom section there. And then this over here,
drowned chickens.
Yep, we can either drown them or burn them. If we want uncooked chicken for villager trades, we can do that, or we can just cook them with the lava blade and get cooked chickens and then not have to worry about it. And we have a similar system over here for the cows. The only difference is we actually have to manually feed the cows to breed them. So we have to activate the little water section here first. And then you can see, they're all hopping around up there for ease of feeding, but they can't escape. And then we feed them, turn off the water, and the baby cows end up in the lower portion because they're just small enough to fit underneath the half slab there. All right, so that's it for this area. And then down the hall here is the Sweet Tooth Sugarcane Factory, and this is our pride and joy. This is the source of all of our emeralds, well, half of it. This is 12 fully automated sugarcane farms that function on a bud update, and everything is harvested automatically by pistons, and then collected using ice, water, slipstreams, and item elevators, and then it all ends up in these chests down here on the end. And as you can see, all the lights are lit up right now to indicate that, they're all done now, that the lights that are lit indicate how many double chests we have full outside of the chest that is visible. So right now we have at least 5 full double chests of sugarcane.
And possibly, and so you can see it like trickling down. Some of them are trickling in right now.
Yep, you can see as they come in and fill up the chests, it'll light them all up, and then once the sugarcane stops filtering in, then they'll give a more accurate readout. And if you want, you can compass in there and activate it and show the cascade effect that the pistons have when they harvest. So cool.
Yeah,
So
it's
laggy.
I'd like to see them all go off at the same time, though. That would be pretty cool.
I don't think you would.
Hey guys, sorry about that. We're back, and yeah, I wasn't paying attention to the time. Ran out of time, but y'all didn't miss anything. So we're gonna see next, Zarkin.
Okay, we'll take you down to the item storage, our gold wing. Anawenti and I worked on this today and got it to where we wanted it to be. It's not complete, but it's a lot better than it was.
Oh yeah, it's a lot, a lot different than last time I saw it.
So each individual section is basically it's split up into two parts. We have the upper and lower rows of chests, and then on this center area, basically we have item frames showing what's in each boxes and whatnot. And this is basically just where we keep all of our stuff. And flaunt how much nether quartz we have.
Where's your nether quartz?
The walls, the floor, the ceiling.
Oh, yeah, I wasn't even paying attention. Wow, yeah. Is that nether quartz on the top?
Yep, it's 100% nether quartz all the way around. Floor, ceiling, walls, the stairway, everything. It's all nether quartz and nether quartz related blocks, whether it's stairs, half slabs.
Yeah, it's quite a bit of nether quartz.
Just a little bit. Okay, so down here, down in the lower portion of the dome is our access to our private warps. We have the 3 private warps. We have the world spawner, the tree, and our citadel. But first, I'm going to show you our mine area and some of the things that we've done down there.
Yeah, now as far as the personal warps guys, we actually just started doing that about 3 weeks ago. To purchase a warp, well, to purchase a town warp is 10. Well, I was following Anawinti. Is 10 emerald blocks, but if you want a personal warp, you can now purchase a personal warp for 25 emerald blocks. Oh.
And this right here is our slime farm, and you can see this is exactly how it works. The slimes spawn, they end up in the water, and then they get pushed to the golems, who do their little mosh pit thing, and kill them for slime balls.
Mosh pit.
And all the slime balls are collected by hoppers, and they all end up in a chest down there. We haven't quite gotten the chest into an item elevator to get it up into the item storage room yet, but there's still time.
So what are you gonna do with that extra space right there?
Which extra space?
Right above.
Up above there?
Yeah.
Nothing. Just open space.
Just open space.
Just lots of digging that we did that we didn't feel like filling back in. And this is all of our branch mines. This is where a majority of our emeralds, or diamonds, I should say, come from. And down this mine shaft that we've dug, we discovered a zombie spawner. And so we built a zombie grinder, but because zombie spawner blocks aren't fast enough for us, we had to change it. So on either side of this is a nether portal array, as we call it. It is basically a collection of nether portals that we can activate and deactivate with all this redstone that's running up along top to spawn zombie pigmen, to add to the zombies, because one spawner block is just not fast enough for us. These portals are 23 by 23, and there's 4 of them on the exterior, and then they just get incrementally smaller all the way down to the center, to where we would, not be able to make a portal because it would be too small. So when the zombie pigmen spawn, they walk around a little bit. They step on trapdoors, which we have left open. So they fall and land in the water stream, and then they get collected, same with the zombies, and pushed into our water elevator, which brings them up into the kill box. And you can see the kill box a little better from up the stairs here.
Where'd you go? Oh.
And this is the kill box. You can see the water stream there where they come up from the water elevator and get dumped into the kill box. And we call this the kill box because we basically place TNT in this empty glass block here, light it, and drop it on their heads. And it kills all of them, and because it's a player-instigated mob death, we can collect their items. Looting applies if we're holding a looting weapon when the TNT goes off, as well as all the XP that they would give is readily available to us. So I'll do a demo real quick.
Oh, they're looking like they have so much fun right now. Oh, you just ruined their fun.
Ah,
Oh, I'm accidentally collecting some of the XP.
oh, that's fine. That's fine. So this area here, if you turn around and look behind you, this is another one of our glass item elevators, and you can see the items flowing through. They flow up to the top. They land in a water slipstream, and then they're put into an item sorting system, which is back behind this wall here. And the way the item sorting works is each individual chest has a hopper that's associated with it. So if we're collecting just potatoes or just iron ingots, there's a hopper up here that has 22 of that item in it. And that generates a redstone signal that these comparators pick up. And so when a item that we're trying to collect passes above that hopper will pull it in. That turns the signal off, which allows one item to pass through before the signal reactivates. So that's how it doesn't matter what's coming through here, we can pull individual items out and put them in individual chests. And then anything else that's left over at the end goes into our overflow chest. And that's where things like the armor and the weapons that they drop and all the other stuff, that all ends up in there. And then if you look here at the front, you can see how we have everything sorted in then our overflow chest.
That's
Looks
a
like
pretty good gold store. Well, that'd be some awesome enchants if it was something other than gold.
Yep. All right, so that's pretty much it for our mine area. We've done a little bit more down here, but nothing interesting or really worth showcasing. So I'm warping back home, and we're going to go to our little warp den, and yeah, we'll try out one of our personal warps. Show you guys around there. Let's go the world spawner first. So this here is the world spawner. It is basically a giant darkroom spawner that we've constructed. The whole thing operates on the fact that it's pitch black inside, and it generates world monsters based on the world spawn cap and how many players are online and the chunks that are loaded and a bunch of other math. And inside, when monsters are spawning and we want them all to drop into our kill box, which is similar to our zombie and zombie pigman farm kill box, we push the button, which activates all of the dispensers, and all the water floods the platforms, and all the monsters are washed down and they end up in the kill box. And then we do the same thing with the TNT on their heads. And down underneath is where all the items that all the monsters in the game, with the exception of the Endermen, are sorted and stored. So we have everything from gunpowder, sticks, sugar, all the way on down to, tools, weapons, armor, all the other overflow.
Very nice. See,
Lots of big
I'm gonna have to get you to make me a sorting system. That's ingenious.
And this giant darkroom spawner that we have is built over top of my original base, which you could see through the glass floor from in here. And that's where we're headed next.
Okay, and welcome back, guys. We're at Xiharken's original base.
Yep, this was my first claim on the server. This is the first house that I built on the server. When I moved out here, Center Warp was fairly empty. It's not so much anymore. That's okay.
Has it got
Because
more
I don't.
populated?
Oh yes, very much so. But that's okay because I don't need to expand outwards. I build downwards. As you've seen with our super secret underground mountain base, we are mole people and we don't mind being underground. So this is my little office that I built in the basement of my house to accommodate my enchanting room and all the other things. And when I outgrew this space and the storage that it had, I moved underground. And so we'll go here through my secret painting. Although I guess it's not a secret if I'm telling everybody now.
Not anymore.
And this is the original underground base that we built. This was our first iteration of a sugarcane farm. This was mostly aesthetics. Back behind it is a couple of bud updated sugarcane farms and some other things. And we've got little maintenance entrances over here and on either side in the water streams. And this is where the first glass elevator that I built ended up. Hey, this thing's working.
Yeah, you got a little block up there. Not
Yep.
going up.
Yep, looks like everything got jammed up. Oh well, I'll fix it later. So these were the original sugarcane farms. They were nice, but they just were not strong enough. They did not produce nearly the sugarcane that we were looking for, especially when we got into villager trading. And our villager trading takes place over here, back behind this little wall here.
Wow. Oh, I'm lost. Hold on. I don't know how I got here.
Where is here?
There we go.
Okay, yeah, okay. So this is the inner workings of the villager trading hall that we built. It's a giant nightmare of redstone and other awfulness. And then in here is the actual trading hall itself. And this is our first iteration. Like I said, we're going to be putting more in the sandstone emerald area of the mountain base. But this is where all the villagers end up. We trade with them, and if we don't like their trades, then we push the button underneath and we give them the boot. $11 for an emerald? Yeah, no. Get out of my trading hall. And when I push the button and the floor drops out, they fall into a water stream, which drops them off into a little pit of lava.
I see how you named one of them the Paperboy.
Yes, the Paperboy is our infinite paper trade villager. The villagers have a set number of trades they can open up, and his final trade, which is like the forever trade, turned out to be paper. And it also turned out to be the lowest amount of paper per emerald trade that he could have. So we definitely treasure him. He is our source of emeralds right there. He's the other half. The sugarcane farm is the first half, and he's the other half.
I see you took the roof out the top of his. Oh wait, it's out of the top of all of them. Never mind.
Yep, they fall in actually from the top.
I see.
That's how they get into the boots. There's a villager breeder, and then when they mature within the breeder, they go up into the water streams and end up in the trading hall. And if the trading hall's full, then they just get dumped into that lava pit that I was talking about. So across the hall here is our original farms. We have two turbo farms here. There's one here on the right and one here on the left. They utilize bone meal to basically, it activates dispensers as quickly as the game will allow and dispenses bone meal from 4 different positions all on the same spot. So it doesn't matter what you plant there, it basically matures instantly. We also have a automated pumpkin farm over here that's encased in all these blocks. It's kind of ugly, which is why we just kind of encased it. But it's been doing pretty good. We got a few stacks of pumpkins in there. And then we have our different colored sheep for the different wool harvesting purposes. Because this is the best use of dye that there is. You dye the sheep and just shear it over and over again. We have our pig farm, which is looking abysmal right now because we slaughtered a bunch of them the other day. And then up above the pigs is where we grow the carrots to feed and breed the pigs. And it's the same over here with the cows, which we have a lot of right now. I need to come in here and smack them with a looting sword.
You got cats? You said cats?
We don't have cats, and we don't have dogs, actually.
I thought you said cats there for a second. How do you get down from here?
There's ladders in the four corners.
I found them. So.
And then similarly, the wheat to feed the cows. We've got wheat growing right over top of where the cows are. And that's pretty much it for this base here, unless you want to see the villager breeder that I've built.
Well, we can if you want.
Okay, it's located down closer to bedrock. And the reason we put it down here is because if the villagers die for any reason and a player is within 16 blocks, the player is actually blamed for the villager's death, and the village will shut down breeding for 3 minutes.
Oh, man. So that's why you have them drop away.
Yep. I'm going in. So this is the villager breeding system. It basically, every 20 minutes, when the sun comes up, the pistons will activate, and it will take the little baby villagers out of the pit that they're in right now and deposit them underneath the water. And then when they mature into adult villagers and become 2 blocks tall, their heads will be in the water, and it will pull them upwards, and then they end up in the villager trading hall. And this continuously produces villagers. Regardless of whether or not the trading hall is full, it just keeps making villagers.
Very nice.
And that's pretty much everything for this base here.
Alrighty, so what are you going to show us next?
Let's go the Tree of the Dead next.
Sounds like a plan. That's actually my favorite. Alright, so guys, we'll see you back here in just a moment. Hey guys, we're back, and where we left off, we were about to head off to the Tree of the Dead. Which one is that?
That's the gold one here.
And like I was saying, this is one of my personal favorites here.
So the Tree of the Dead was one of the first big builds that we did on the server. I found a skeleton spawner while I was out just adventuring around in the woods. I could actually see the cobblestone from the ground. I was running along on the ground and saw the mossy cobble and was like, oh man, a spawner. So, of course, because spawner blocks aren't fast enough for us, we added a zombie pigman farm to this. And while we were here, we figured we would spend some time here, so we put an iron farm here as well. So this is the item sorting area. This is where all the drops and other things end up. There's a hopper system underneath the landing platform for the skeletons and the zombie pigmen. And Anna Wenti was over here doing some maintenance. I guess she just emptied all those out, she said. So
Garbage chute. Y'all don't keep any of the weapons or anything?
No, most of the weapons we don't keep. I think right now we have it on keep mode because I was making a lot of dispensers and I wanted bows. But most of the time we just trash it.
Oh yeah, and by the way, we were actually debating. Is Anna Winty your girlfriend or your wife?
Girlfriend, yeah.
Girlfriend. That's what I thought. Risha thought it was your wife, and I thought I'd heard somewhere that it was too, but then I don't know. I was like, no, it's pretty sure it's his girlfriend.
The rumors they be spreading.
Yeah, we were
So
talking
this,
about that in the last Project 1999 video, actually.
yep. So this is the inner part of the Tree of the Dead, which, by the way, is our free public grinder. So if anybody wants to come out here and punch skeletons and zombie pigmen until your fingers fall off, you are more than welcome. It's located at X99 Z negative 760. And that's basically just northeast of Center Wharf.
And that's one of the best parts about this place is that it's a public grinder. Anybody can come over here and use it.
And it's pretty easy to spot from the outside if you're out there flying around right now. If you have your render distance above 2 chunks, you pretty much can't miss this thing. And like I said, this was the first base that we really built, the satellite base. So we have an iron farm out here. We have the first iteration of the brewery out here. We have the first iteration of the zombie pigman mass spawner, and how we incorporated that into the skelly spawner.
Well, it looks like somebody moved out here for the grinder.
Yeah, I bet they probably did.
Yeah, dog's kennel. Got a little neighbor. Oh wait, he ain't been on in 49 days. Oh, I'm getting left behind on the tour here.
Oh, that's fine. That's pretty much all that we had to show you out there, anyways. So.
All right.
All right.
I guess it's the Citadel next. That's the only thing left, right?
Yep. The Citadel, last but certainly not least.
Certainly not. Now this guy's is a work of art. I'm not even going to show it to you. I'm going to purposely look away so you can't see it until we get to the bottom here. Now this town down here, this is
This is Pandemonium's town, Hawksburn.
that's it, Hawksburn. Hawksburn. It's a relatively new town, but you can get a plot here if you talk to Pandemonium about that. And here we go. You guys ready? You guys ready? Boom.
So the Citadel was Anawenti's project, design, whatever. It's all of the above. Her brainchild, if you will. She was poking around on Google Images for Minecraft mega builds. And basically, when she stumbled upon this, well, it wasn't like this. It was a full nether quartz build, which, I mean, we got a lot of nether quartz, but not this much. So she basically reverse engineered it from 2 screenshots that she found on Google Images. And then we I think she spent 3 days in creative, just putting it together and figuring out what went where. And that was 2 weeks ago, and we've been working on it here ever since.
So what he means is that they made it in creative mode on and single player, and then used that as a framework for this build.
Correct. Yeah, we were taking screenshots of particular corners and the way certain patterns lined up and all that other stuff, and then we started rebuilding it here in survival mode without any mod help or flight. Just placing blocks. And thank God for feather falling and resistance beacons too. So one of the coolest features of the Citadel, which once we get this whole thing done, I plan on making a little more public, is the fact that this was 2 small mountain peaks next to each other that we built on top of, but they were not nearly long enough to accommodate the building. So once we put the ground in, we had to start terraforming, which is lots of dumping lava down the mountainside and then dumping water on top of it. And that actually created a very interesting cavernous, like, preserved forest biome underneath it.
How do you get into it again?
You're probably going to want to compass your way in. There's like one or two ways in, but they're kind of hard to get to.
Oh, I know of one, but I think it's kind of secret, so I'm not gonna let anybody know.
Yep, yep, there is that one.
All right, we'll compass in. Well, let's see if we. Ah, here we go.
Yep. So most of this area here was already here, like naturally. But when we put a roof over it and some other things, it became a very interesting, almost like another dark room spawner, an accidental dark room spawner.
So
But
this is
in the process of dumping lava and water down the mountainsides and whatever, we created it just kept getting longer and longer and longer, and it actually enveloped part of the river and forest biome behind us.
So I was joking with him earlier that this should be the catacombs of the Citadel.
Yeah, well, and it may end up being just that. I mean, depending on how much more time we've got with the map.
Well, if you get that top tier donator status. Although this is gonna be hard work to get it. I don't know. Yeah, it is. That's right. We measured it, and it's within the framework. Although you won't get this cavernous stuff beneath it.
Yeah.
That would have to be rebuilt. And this is, I guess, your the thing in the middle, huh? I mean,
Yes, we actually built a beacon in the middle there just to give us some boosts while we were working on the thing. The speed boost helps a lot just from moving around because this thing is so big. The jump boost helps with a lot of the vertical stacking of blocks and other things.
it looks like you're missing one.
Yep, we removed the haste beacon and placed it somewhere else, and you've seen what we were doing down there.
Oh, yes, I did.
And then the resistance beacon is by far my favorite beacon. I didn't realize how wonderful this thing was. But the resistance beacon actually reduces all damage of all types. So fall damage included. With feather falling boots and a resistance 2 beacon, you can pretty much walk off the top of this thing and not die. And this thing at its highest points is 100 blocks tall.
I found me a little cave to live in.
You're going to build yourself a secret monument?
No, it's inside your citadel. Look, it's like a little alcove on one of the towers.
Oh, yeah.
You'll see it in the video. All right, so guys, we're back, and yeah, we're about to come this. Well, this is about to come to a close. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And sorry if I sounded a little tired. I only got about 5 hours of sleep last night, but yeah, and thank you for showing us around Xiharken.
Hey, no problem, man. Thanks for showing everybody our hard work. It's nice to be appreciated.
Yeah, we definitely need more builders like y'all, and we're trying to talk Xiharken in their group into helping us build the next new spawn, which will be coming out with the 1.8 update, which hopefully won't be too much further down the road because I'm looking forward to those slime blocks.
Yeah, yeah, us too. I mean, the slime farm has yielded good grief, 6 double chests worth of slime balls for us, which are essentially worthless except for sticky pistons at this point.
Is that supposed to be like slime armor or emerald armor? Like your
It's emerald
skin?
armor, man.
Is
I'm the
it?
emerald merchant of the server. Come on, man.
Emerald Merchant of the Server. Well, that's about right with how many private warps you got and everything. Alright, so guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the video, and we'll see you stockies in the next video. Bye, guys.
Later.